Hello my dear friends. Today in this session Hello my dear friends. Today in this session I will explain you about the real-time business process, and also you may see some of the processes with the exception code implementation in the EWM process. In the real time, for an example, we implement or just another example I will give you. We have two plants, okay, but the plant A and plant B. Plant A is sending us some of the product, and the plant B receiving the exceeded quantities or lesser quantity. To adjust that quantities, we require exception handling in SAP EWM. So through the implementation, I will show in the system how we configure the exception code, the uses of the different kind of options, and we will see about the different options like source to source storage bin differences or difference accounts or inbound delivery. I will show you in the system. And today, as per the request from the one of the student, I am going to, and my mail ID is info@learnwithmans.com. Learnwithmans.com is my website. I provide the services like directly client side visit, gather the requirement, okay, provide them the best solution in the competitive price, I can say in very competitive price. I provide the services to the clients. After gather the requirements, understanding the exact what they require, the clients, I provide them the services. Okay, so let's get started. Today class, this is based on the one of the student who wants to understand very basic businesses, how it happens in the extended warehouse management. And this is the very beginning level. I will explain you here how business happens, how the action the warehouse workers they perform in the system, in the SAP system, how we call them each and every action. So today I will explain you on the board. Suppose this is your warehouse building, okay? This is your warehouse building. The requirement is we have the two customers. They require different type of products, okay? They require two different kind of products from our warehouse. And we have the warehouse. Warehouse is nothing but the go down, very simple, where we store the products, okay, for some time being, until and unless we don't save to the customer. Why we store the product here? Because we purchase the product from the vendor or supplier, okay, we add some of the percentage, okay, then we add, after adding the percentage, we sell the product in the to the customers, okay. So like we take some kind of percentage to managing this business or store. And also we have some of the self storage directly, like business owners, so like customer, they put them product in the warehouses. We call this is the, they take on rent, we call this is the self storage. But all type of these businesses we call in a simplest language go down, where we store some of the product, we purchase, we store, we sell to the customers. So our requirement is we have the customer, we have the vendor, okay. So in our warehouse we purchase the some of the products We deal with the electronic warehouse, okay, or automobile warehouse. Warehouse could be any, they can store any kind of product. So in the electronic warehouse, what we do actually, we deal with the computer parts, okay. We store here all type of memories, hard disk, laptop, already assembled CPU, like full computers. How the business happens? So in this warehouse, in the market, I have some of the electronic store customers. In the very basic, I will explain you in the beginning simplest way. We see some of the stores, electronic store in the market. Multiple electronic big stores we have, they sell the product, okay. They have them own warehouse, okay, but the business process would be the similar, okay. So they have their own warehouse, or they purchase the product from the some of the third parties. For an example, some of the electronic stores, they sell the product to the customer, like laptop, printers, okay, or like memories, pen drives. To sell the product, first they need to purchase the product. So first they have to, or they need to purchase the product. After purchasing the product, okay, or it depends upon the deal, because some customers or some kind of stores, they take the product. When they sell the product, then they pay to the supplier the particular amount when the product is going to sell. This is the type of business, because some vendors, they say, just take our product, okay, no problem. Once you sell this product, then give me the money, no problem, then give us the money. So business types here could be different, but beginning very normal. I'm going to show you the process. So electronic stores, they sell the goods to the customer. So they purchase, okay, from the market. So how they purchase? When they purchase the product, the seller or the vendor, we call, they have the some stores, we call godown, we call warehouses. Big or small, it depends. So now suppose we are dealing, for an example, we have the warehouse, we are dealing with we supply the electronic products to our electronic store customers, okay, in the market. In that situation, now suppose we have the 3 customers, we have the 2 or 3 customers. They have the electronic store in the market, okay, they sell laptop, everything. This customer also has the electronic store in the market. This is the shops, okay. We have the another shop. They require the material from us. We have the warehouse, okay. Also we have the, so in the warehouse, to sell something to our customer, first we need to have the material. If we have the product in our warehouse, then we can sell to the customers. This is our customer, because we are selling from our warehouse the product to them. We are providing the product to them from our warehouse. So in our warehouse, first we need to have the materials, quantities available, okay. So I know this customer require electronic, and this is our regular customer, okay. We deal with the business with them. So we have some of the vendor in the market. Vendor means they provide the electronics product in the wholesale price to us, okay. So these are the, we call vendor, or we call these are the vendor or supplier. Why supplier? Supplier, because they supply product in wholesale price to our warehouse. We store, we add some percentage, we sell to the customer in the market. So in between that benefits we take, for an example, we purchase the something like, for an example, Some of the product we purchase in a wholesale price, we add some our percentage we sell in the market, okay, to the customer. So in the warehouse, first, what is the basic thing? Whenever we receive the product in the wholesale price from the supplier to store in our warehouse, they send us the goods by using like goods train, if bulk quantity, bulk material, or in the normal trains, like we have the trains, backside we have one parcel. Sometimes they send us the product in that through the parcel yarn, okay, in the trains. They sent us the product through the cargo planes. This when we purchase the wholesale material from them. Sometimes they sent us the product through the ship, water ship. It depends actually. The way from where we are purchasing the product, where is our vendor is located or supplier, totally it depends, okay. Or sometimes they send us the product through the trucks. We call this is the transportable unit in SAP, okay. So they send us the product through the trucks, okay, or lorries like containers, truck, big container we see on the road. They holds the goods, products, okay. So suppose this is our warehouse building, okay, very simple. We have here 3 customers. We need to provide the goods to them. This is our supplier. From this supplier we purchase the product in the wholesale price, okay. Wholesale price we store in our warehouse. Whenever the customer require, we add additional like percentage, we sell to them. So this is the business, okay. For an example, our business, okay. So when the vendor supplier sent us the good, they suppose sending us the good to our warehouse to the trucks, okay, big trucks. So suppose truck came to our warehouse and it attached to the door, because truck needs to be attached to the door or needs to be there to perform the unloading process, okay, to take the goods in our warehouse, okay. Suppose these vendors, 2 vendors, okay, sent us in the one truck, okay, big truck, for an example, laptop plus printers, for an example. So where truck stands, this area we call storage type, because it stores the truck. This is a temporary area actually. Temporary means truck stands temporary purposes, okay, not permanently. When unloading would be finished, then trucks go back to the supplier or vendor. So this is the area storage type. The basic rule we have for the warehouse, if we have the storage type, we have the storage section. In which section? This is entire area section we call. Under the section we have the storage bin. This is the very simple. Bin means where we put something. Very simple. In our house, you can consider, if we put for an example, some of the suitcase in our room, if we put that suitcase, we consider that is a storage type which store your suitcase in your house, okay. That area is nothing but a bin. In the warehouse is a similar, okay. So we receive the laptop and printer in the wholesale price from the supplier. So here we have the door, and in the system, in SAP system, we give the name. System understand when we give the name, number, okay, to the particular area, system will understand, okay. So suppose I will give the name, this area, this is inbound side inbound gate 1, okay. Again We will follow the same formula of the warehouse. Gate also has storage type, storage section, and storage bins. Okay, this is also temporary area. So see the first step. When the truck came to our warehouse, okay, we have all the details, delivery details, vendor details, everything we have, way bill number, everything we have details here in the form of document. Who is the vendor, what is the delivery, what is the truck number, okay, everything we have there. So suppose before entering the truck into our warehouse, we have the security guard, he check everything is fine, then truck came and attach here. What is the first step? Just beside the gate, just very near to the gate, we have one area, we call this is the reception area. Whenever we go to any hotel or any office, okay, or anywhere, we have one basic thing, or any clinic, for an example, if you go for an example, dental clinic, or you go any clinic, okay, or very simple, if you go to any, purchase anything like in the medical store, okay, purchase like very simple, to some kind of soap or anything, any product you want to go there, if you will go, one person is standing in front of that, we call a reception area. In the SAP, in here we call this is the reception area or interim location. Interim in means we are receiving the product in, that's why we call interim location. Okay, so this area we have we call reception. Okay, so whenever you go to any for an example medical store, okay, to purchase some kind of soap or any kind of like glucose juice, something kind of, front you will see one person stands here, it's nothing but a reception area. He will ask, or the person ask, what you need sir, what you require, you say to them, then he go back, he pick something from the racks. Okay, this is the, so that areas are nothing but, I will explain you. Okay, so first reception or interim location we call, or we call this is the temporary area. In the English language, we know this is a storage type, reception, interim, and this is also has the same rule, storage type, storage section, and it has also storage bins, same rules. Because in the reception they asked, and in the warehouse we have the same reception area, okay, in the form of a small office kind of, that is the interim reception area. Okay, how system understand this as a reception area? That's why we have one standard number. Okay, we have the 9010. 9010 means interim location, reception, which is nothing but a temporary storage type, section and bin. And this is the, and what we do here in this area, we receiving the laptop printer from the vendor or supplier in the wholesale price, okay, to store in our warehouse. Then we add some additional amount, we sell to the customer. Okay, so this is the, because we are receiving from the vendor, receiving the goods, that's why we call this is the goods received. we are receiving the goods. Okay, goods receipt area. Very simple. So suppose truck came. I will use another color pen, then you will understand. Just a moment. And suppose truck came here. The first point, the warehouse workers immediate, they will start work, they will start unloading, because when they unload the product, then they place somewhere. Okay, I will explain you where they will place. So they will unload all the material to the here. We unload, we take it into our warehouse. Okay, product. Okay, fine. Here we see one thing, this line. When the warehouse worker, they receive the product. What is this line? This is nothing but an action. When the warehouse worker picking, okay, from the from the truck, they unload all the material, they bring it to the reception area. This is nothing but an action. Okay, action means in this language, in SAP, in the system language, we call warehouse task. Task means very simple, nothing but an action. Okay, so now suppose we have the product here. Okay, laptop plus printer. Okay, so one task. So what is this task? This is inbound delivery task, because this is a delivery, because vendor delivered us the product. So this is the delivery, inbound delivery, and performing the action is the warehouse task. Just okay, so we have the product here. I will explain you. And suppose we have the customers. These are the C1, customer 1, customer 2, customer 3. They require the different kind of product, or they require the same product or any product. Okay. So in that situation, what they do actually, they gave us an order actually. Okay, order. Or we always see order like inbound order, outbound order. What is this order? Okay, so now suppose we have the here almirah, like we call is the storage type, where we store the product permanently. Okay, permanently for some time being. Okay, then when the customer they require, we sell, we pick from here, we sell to the customers. Okay, so this is the storage type. Very simple. In our house we have the almirah, okay, or cupboard, where we put the goods. Okay, in the warehouse we have the storage type, we call. Very simple. So the first thing, the next, the warehouse worker, simple process I will tell you. Okay, so then warehouse worker pick from this laptop, from this is the boxes we call handling unit, from here, and they put here. First box they put here, second box for an example they put here. Very simple. Third box they put here for an example. Okay, or we have one more box, okay, which has like lots of laptop printer. So fourth box they pick from here and put here. Or I will explain. So, or what they did actually, this first box they put in the downside because we have the space. This box they put, suppose, here also, And another two boxes, they put one box, he put upper side, top side. Suppose this already we have the material here, it's not available this space, okay? So two boxes they put here. For an example, one box they put here. The another box, this is now suppose already we have some material here, so they put and this is fully occupied, okay? The next they put, suppose this is also occupied, so they put another box here where we have the spaces available. So now all the boxes put successfully in the almirah, we call storage types, okay? Very simple. So this is the, it has a laptop, it has the, for an example, printer, it has a laptop, it has a printer, they manage, okay? They put. We see this line. What is going on here? Some process is going on. Which kind of process? Inbound process, because we took the material from the vendor or supplier, okay? We have one concept here, warehouse process type. Very simple. Warehouse process type, why we have, it tells to the system which kind of process are going on in the system. We define through the warehouse process type. Very simple. Because in the warehouse we have the multiple kind of complex processes. Our system will come to know this process type, okay, this process we want. So in that situation we have another concept, warehouse process type. Warehouse process, warehouse process type. See the warehouse process type. Very simple. Type is here, we have inbound type, because we are receiving the goods from the vendor or supplier. So warehouse process type tells to the system, currently right now we are performing the inbound delivery process. We want to perform put away task. Put away means, why we call put away? So suppose warehouse workers, they unloaded all the material at the reception area, then they put the material here. After putting the material here, they will not always stand here, they go away to perform another task. That's why we call bring the material, put and go away, okay, to perform the another task. That's why we have the name put away, okay, to put and go away, finish the work and okay, thank you, go away, perform the another activity in the warehouse, okay. So till here what we did, we received the material, we put here, okay. I say you one thing, warehouse tasks are nothing but an action. Here this lines, black lines shows us the action, movement, okay. So how many actions we have here? Warehouse task 1 to place this box, warehouse task 2, warehouse task 3, warehouse task 4. How many tasks is there? Simple. For an example, in the warehouse, if I move anything, any box from one location to another location, it comes under an action. That's why we call this is the warehouse task. Task means nothing but an action. So in that example, how many boxes we moved? One box. So if the warehouse worker will move one box, that means one task. Another box, 2 tasks. Third box, 3 tasks. 4 box, 4 tasks. So here we can see 4 inbound delivery, put away, 4 warehouse task. Okay, very simple. And what is the process is going on? Inbound delivery process. Who is the parent? Who contains this all the task? Warehouse process type. Very simple. So we have the 4 tasks, 4 inbound Inbound task, warehouse process type, inbound warehouse processed WPT, we call in the short form warehouse process type. Means in this entire one process, which is the process type, inbound process, warehouse process type contains 4 tasks. Very simple. One warehouse process type contains, these works together actually in the system. Process type, warehouse orders, warehouse task. Process type contains warehouse task. One warehouse process type can contain multiple warehouse tasks. So 4 different warehouse tasks is being contained by one warehouse process type. So this putting process, entire inbound process I put in one. For an example, warehouse process type. Okay, so one warehouse process type can contain the different tasks to put the product here. Very simple. Okay, so we have the warehouse task, movements, actions, warehouse process type, warehouse process types. This is the inbound delivery process. Let's come to the customer. So our customer require laptop and printer for an example. Okay, in the system, when we perform this kind of inbound delivery activity, we create one document. In the system, we call this as an inbound delivery document. We call this as an inbound delivery document. Document means very simple. It contains all the details, vendor details for an example, or like quantity, the type of the material. Okay, everything it contains. Okay, the inbound delivery document details. Here the type of boxes or handling unit, we call this is everything we have inside the inbound delivery document. Okay, so another language we call inbound delivery order. Okay, so we have another concept. Now I will explain you here. Warehouse order. Okay, warehouse orders. So inbound delivery order, document, all are same thing. Okay, so why we call order? Why order came into the picture? After task, warehouse request, process type, why order came into the picture? Order means in the warehouse, when we see we require these materials, printer, laptop, what we are going to purchase. Okay, what we are going to purchase. So whenever in the warehouse we see we require these materials. Okay, so directly there is one process actually to approach to the vendor or supplier. We need to request them. We require this much of material for our warehouse. We call this is the warehouse order. We create purchase order. We purchase the material from the vendor or supplier in the wholesale price. So we call this is a process called purchase order. That's why warehouse order concept came into the picture. Orders. Okay, and we perform this activity. Now come to the customer side. So our customer, they require different quantity of the product. Okay, so to sell the product, so what we are going to do with the customer? Okay, from the vendor we purchase, we store. Okay, we added some more extra, like for an example percentage. Okay, to run our business. So these are our customers. So what we are going to do to the customer? If you go to any shop, what the shop owner do when you take the product? They sell you actually. So through the warehouse, we sell the product to our customer. These are our customers. And suppose this customer require 100 quantity laptop. This customer require 50 quantity printer. This customer require 20 quantity printer. Printer is very demanding, really. So in that situation, we see first where is our product is located in our warehouse. Okay, so printer is located here. More printers are located here. Okay, printers are located here. Suppose laptops are located here. Okay, laptops are located here. To sell the product to the customer, different customer, we need to create the sales order. Like we create the purchase order, we need to create the sales order. That's why order concept came into the picture. Outbound delivery order. So whenever we going to sell the product to the customer, we sell. Sale means when we sell, products will go out from our warehouse. So that's why we call this concept, when we sell the product to the customer, outbound delivery order. Order means sales order we are creating. Here inbound delivery order means here we have the purchase order in one side. Purchase order. So in the one warehouse order, we can grouping the multiple warehouse tasks to optimize the business. How? I will create one warehouse order. Okay, suppose warehouse order 1 for an example. In that I know our 1, 2, 3 customer we have for an example, but 2 customers they require printers. Okay, printers they require. So in the warehouse order, okay, picking warehouse task. So again, so the warehouse worker they will come. Okay, they will pick printer from here and they will bring it to the GI zone. Same to send to the customer for loading. Okay, this number we have the 9020 standard number. So when the warehouse worker he see product located here, he will pick and he will put here. Okay, another warehouse worker, or like again same warehouse worker perform again the same activity. He will again put the more printer quantity from here and he will put here. Okay, very simple. Suppose another house worker will come, they will pick the laptop from here, or he will come or another will come, depends upon the availability, and he will perform here. So here we see. Okay, now I will divide these 2 parts. Okay, this left side is inbound, this is an outbound, because we are going to send the goods to the customer. So if we see here, this person he's going to do, he is going to pick the printer from here and he is going to put to the staging area. Put something. Okay, staging area, put something. Okay, when we have something, put staging. So this line we see. Okay, this line, this is nothing but an action, because he will pick and he will put to the GI zone 9020 standard number. Okay, which is the, again we see here the truck come, we load, we send to the customers through the outbound delivery, because product is going to out from our warehouse. So this warehouse workers, when is going to pick laptop first time or like printer, and he will put, again he will pick, he will put, again he will pick, he will put. Product could be any. These are nothing but an action. These are nothing but a task. Okay, task, actions. So when he pick from here and when he put the laptop from the high, suppose this is the Almirah 1 example, or in the warehouse we call this concept as a storage type. Very simple, storage type, which store the products. Okay, so suppose the standard name is high rack storage type. We have the 1, and this is the high rack storage type 2. Why we say high rack? because those are very higher in the length. Okay, so that's why we call this the hierarchy storage type. So okay, so printer located in hierarchy storage type 1. Then this warehouse worker, first he will pick the suppose printer from here and he will put here. So this is the first warehouse task, first warehouse action he will perform. Again he will come, again he will pick another printer, because in one printer suppose we have only, just for an example, 100 quantity, but or like 50 quantity, or depends upon less quantity, suppose 50 quantity, then they need to pick more again. So again he will come to pick the printer and he will put it here. How many time actions triggered? 1, 2 times. Okay, then again another warehouse worker, he will come, he will pick the laptop from here and he will put here. How many now action triggered for the outbound delivery process? Action 1, action 2, action 3. These actions we call in the SAP, we call this process as warehouse tasks. Warehouse tasks. Warehouse task. How many tasks are there? 3 tasks. Okay. So always I speak about the optimization technique, either in inbound or either in outbound. In the outbound we have one concept, different concepts to perform the outbound delivery, like we have the wave, we have the more optimization techniques. So in that situation, how we optimize this? What I will do, I will see this warehouse workers picking the product from the hierarchy storage type 1. So these 2 warehouse tasks I will group together, okay, because he's speaking from the same hierarchy storage type. So these 2 warehouse tasks I will group together, okay, under one warehouse order, which is the outbound delivery document order. Outbound delivery document or outbound delivery order, same. Another task single, when this second person came to pick the only laptop from here, okay, laptop from here, this person, and put here, this single task I will put into the different warehouse order. I will put the order, warehouse order 2, for an example, outbound delivery order. So what is the meaning of the task and what is the meaning of the order? Task means we know source and destination. For an example, if you are going to drink the water in your house, just drinking the water, okay, you have the water can 20 liter, or like you are going to drink, you know where is located, where is your kitchen, you go, you drink, you come back. So in that situation, you know where is the source, okay, where is the destination. So in the warehouse, the workers, they know from where they need to pick and where they need to put. So source, picking and putting area, they already know, okay. So task, we call this is the task and actions, okay. Orders, okay, suppose we have the outbound delivery order, okay. So directly we get an order, okay, to send the multiple goods to the customers, but we are not sure where our product is like located. But after this diagram we know, but directly if we have an order, okay, to get to send the like 500 quantity, we are not sure where is our product, so we need to check, we need to create the warehouse task. So order doesn't know anything. The source could be different, destination could be different. Task decides where is the source and where is the destination. I will give you another example that will be more clear to you. So I will tell you now differentiations in between orders and tasks. And all these movements comes under the processes, inbound delivery process, outbound delivery process. That's why we call process type. we need to tell to everything to the system by the configuration in the system. Like for an example, sometimes we have the exceeded quantity. Suppose, okay, I will cover that, but I will cover this topic in mid. Suppose we have the sender plant and the receiver plant. Plant also contains finance storage type, section bin, reception area, okay, goods issue area. All the plants also like is similar to the warehouses. So plant A sent us some of the quantity of the material, but is exceeded or lost due to travel lost, less quantity. That's why we have the exception code. I have put some of the informative videos, exception regarding exception code, different options. Please go through. When we talk about the customer, when we talk about the vendor, simple. Very simple. When we talk about the vendor, when we talk about the customer, we are going to sell the product to the customer. We purchase in the wholesale price.